Admission is now open. Are you looking for a nurturing environment that fosters academic excellence, creativity, and personal growth for your children? Look no further than Christ Life School. Our dedicated team of educators and staff are committed to providing a world-class education that prepares students for success in an ever-changing world. With a focus on holistic development, we offer a range of programs and activities that cater to the unique needs and interests of each student. Why choose Christ Life School? We have experienced and passionate teachers, state-of-the-art facilities and resources, personalized attention and support, opportunities of extracurricular activities and talent development, strong emphasis on values and character development. So there you go. Admission is now open for 2026. Enroll today. Contact +260 976 840 108 or +260 968 594 434 or send an email on christlifeschoolzm@gmail.com. Christ Life School.
Welcome to Light TV Main News, shining the truth, changing lives. The headlines. Government releases 22.1 billion to end 2025 budget cycle. Bank of Zambia sets March 31st deadline for exchange of old banknotes. Fatal underground accident claims 2 at Mopani mine. YWCA worried about many defilement cases in Eastern Province. Lyson Zulu appointed FIFA High Performance Specialist. With the news in detail, my name is Jacqueline Mankanda. Zambia has been elected Vice President of the UNDP, UNFPA, and UNOPS Executive Board for 2026 through the country's permanent representative to the United Nations, His Excellency Dr. Chola Milambo. The nomination was endorsed by the Africa Group at the UN in New York. Dr. Milambo will serve on a bureau of 4 vice presidents representing regional groupings under the presidency of the Eastern European Group. The executive board provides governance and oversight for the 3 UN agencies, ensuring effective delivery of their mandates. In his remarks, Dr. Milambo thanked Africa Group for their support, pledged to safeguard the development of the role of the UN, and assured strategic guidance and support for grassroots development initiatives. Zambia's vice presidency coincides with the UNAT initiative, a system-wide reform aimed at making the UN more efficient and responsive. Over the 1-year term, Zambia will advance Africa's interests alongside other African board members, including Chad, Nigeria, Rwanda, and Mozambique. The election reflects Zambia's growing influence at the UN and its commitment to sustainable development and economic diplomacy. Governance and Development Advocates Zambia, GODAZA, has urged government, the Electoral Commission, civil society, churches, and trade unions to work together in monitoring the 2026 upcoming elections. GODAZA says wider participation will strengthen transparency and public confidence in the electoral process. Executive Director Elias Mlenga noted that citizen oversight is vital, especially given the limited capacity of opposition parties, and is supported by the Constitution. He called for training of local stakeholders to improve election monitoring and urged the Commission to reduce reliance on external funding and promote local ownership. GODAZA says it is ready to collaborate with all stakeholders to ensure fair, free, and transparent elections.
We, Governance and Development Advocates Zambia, wish to call upon the government and the Electoral Commission of Zambia to consider collaborating with the civil society organizations, the church, and trade unions in monitoring the quadripartite elections for 2026. This collaboration is vital in that the opposition have had challenges in providing checks and balances to the government, therefore lacking the essence of merit. The involvement of local organizations would strengthen transparency and public confidence in the electoral process. We have noted Article 8, Clause 1 of the Constitution of Zambia, which promotes citizens' participation in governance, which also includes the electoral oversight. We propose that stakeholders be trained in monitoring the elections, and this will enhance the effectiveness of our electoral processes. We further urge the Electoral Commission to reduce reliance on external funding and promote local ownership of the entire process in order for Zambia to promote democracy.
The Bank of Zambia has announced that old Zambian banknotes will stop being legal tender on March 31st, 2026, marking the final phase of the country's transition to the new currency family. In a public notice issued on January 14th, 2026, the central bank confirmed that the cash exchange period for the old notes will end on that date, after which only new series will be accepted for transactions. The new currency family, introduced on March 31st, 2025, comprises 6 banknotes and 6 coins. The exchange process is provided for under the Bank of Zambia Withdrawal and Exchange of Currency Regulations 2025. Bank of Zambia says exchanges can be done free of charge at all commercial banks and NatSave branches nationwide, urging the public not to delay to avoid inconvenience.
If you are still holding old Zambian banknotes, time is running out. The Bank of Zambia says March 31, 2026 is the final deadline to exchange old notes, after which there will no longer be legal tender. The new currency, introduced on March 31, 2025, includes 6 banknotes and 6 coins, and from April 1st, only these will be accepted. Exchanges are free of charge at all commercial banks and NatSave branches nationwide. Bank of Zambia urges the public not to delay to avoid losing value. Reporting for Light TV News, I'm Walusungu Nalwenga in Lusaka.
Zambia has officially launched the China-Shanghai Cooperation Organization Economic and Trade Exchange Center, Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Development Platform in Guangzhou, China. The launch, led by Zambia's ambassador to China, His Excellency Ivan Zulu, follows a cooperation agreement signed on October 1st, 2025 between the Zambia Development Agency and the China SCO Economic and Trade Exchange Center, building on the outcomes of the 2025 SCO Summit held from August 31st to September 1st in Tianjin. The center, located in Guangzhou's Haodu district, will mobilize enterprises from the Greater Bay Area and the wider SCO region to explore investment and trade opportunities in Zambia. It will provide office space, professional services, and institutional support for Zambian priority projects. On the sidelines, Ambassador Zulu held talks with Mr. Ma Wengfeng, Director General of the Guangdong Foreign Affairs Office, reaffirming Zambia's interest in expanding cooperation in industrialization, value addition, infrastructure, and people-to-people exchanges. Both sides pledged to operationalize the operation agreement through practical, results-oriented actions, strengthening Zambia-Guangdong economic and trade relations. The Zambian government has raised concern over attacks and harassment of its truck drivers in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Defense Minister Ambrose Lufuma says the safety of Zambian citizens is a national priority. Lufuma confirmed Zambia has engaged Congolese authorities through diplomatic and security channels to address growing threats along major transport routes. He condemned the hostile conditions and mourned the death of truck driver Joseph Chivanga, found dead in December 2025, expressing solidarity with his family and colleagues. The minister added that Zambia is demanding stronger protections for foreign truck drivers, coordinating with SADC for a regional approach and pursuing cross-border security measures through a joint permanent commission on defense and security currently underway in Lubumbashi. Zambia continues to strengthen border operations and emergency response mechanisms to safeguard its drivers and ensure safe regional trade. We now take our first set of commercials. We'll be right back with more news.
Are you a small business and want to grow? On Light TV, you too can sell. Make big earnings. Tap into the market. It's on fire, rolling and tasty. Irenda, irepia. Call our marketing team and be a part of this exciting offer. Revamp your business, re-strategize, and let our creative team take your business to the next level. Call the numbers on the screen now so that we can take your business to another level. Ilenda Ilepia. Exclusive to Light TV.
Auto-Best Engineering is a fully registered company that has services such as towing service. We have a saloon, we repair cars, we have a car wash.
Barbershop is a top-notch.
And many more.
Auto-Best Engineering is the company which you can rely on. We touch any car. We are just at the corner of Pemba Road and Mosotunya Road. You know what? We deliver the best. Yes, we are growing very fast. It's a top-notch company ever in Zambia. When you come, wherever you are, whether you are in America, you come to visit Zambia, please just go to Google Maps, type Auto-Best Engineering Group. It will take you where we are. Auto-Best is a one-stop shop.
Come to Auto-Best Engineering where the best is done. If you want to know where we're located along Mosotunya Road, just right at the corner of Pemba Road, Chilende South. If you want to contact us, you can call us on 0977 18 12 73.
Auto-Best Engineering, doing what we know best. Auto-Best, Auto-Best, Auto-Best.
The Zambia National Public Health Institute has confirmed two new cholera cases in Lusaka district in the last 24 hours. This brings the total number of cases in Lusaka to 20, while the national tally since the outbreak began in August 2025 now stands at 625. Since the onset of the outbreak, 9 deaths have been recorded and 616 patients have been successfully discharged. The country currently has no patients admitted with cholera. ZNPHI warns that persistent heavy rains and flooding in several provinces increase the risk of cholera transmission. Flooded communities, overflowing latrines, and contaminated water supplies create conditions conducive to the spread of the disease, particularly in densely populated and low-lying areas. Authorities urge the public to boil or chlorinate water before use, wash hands regularly with soap, avoid contact with floodwaters, and seek immediate medical attention if experiencing watery diarrhea or vomiting. ZNPHI, alongside the Ministry of Health and partners, is intensifying disease surveillance, case investigation, community sensitization, and water quality monitoring in high-risk and flood-affected areas. Updates will continue as the situation develops. On Tuesday, January 13th, 2026, flooding of the Maramba River submerged the Maramba-Livuyu Bridge, making it impassable. The Zambia Air Force Livingstone Base responded to a medical evacuation request from the Livingstone District Health Director after an ambulance could not reach Livuyu Township. A helicopter team led by senior pilot Colonel Caesar Kanyanga and technician Colonel, I do beg your pardon, a helicopter team led by senior pilot Colonel Caesar Kanyanga and technician Corporal Lungu Po safely airlifted 20-year-old expectant mother Pamela Banda from Livuyu Police Station to ZAF Livingstone Base. She was later transported by ambulance to Livingstone General Hospital for further care. District Health Director Dr. Sumbwe Adija praised the Air Force for its swift response, highlighting the critical role of air evacuations in saving lives during emergencies. The Zambia Air Force continues to provide medical and humanitarian assistance to flood-affected areas. Minister for the Public Works Department of India, Mr. Satish Garakiholi, has paid a courtesy call on Zambia's Minister of Health, Elijah Muchima. The Indian delegation is in the country to strengthen cooperation in the health sector with a focus on capacity building, training, and technical support. Minister Muchima welcomed the delegation, highlighting the importance of international partnerships in improving healthcare delivery and building local enterprise to better serve Zambians. The visit signals Zambia's continued commitment to regional and international collaboration to enhance the quality and reach of health services across the country.
Training specialists to help Zambia. In most difficult cases, like when he is a specialist in cancer, is the permanent secretary. We are trying to establish cancer hospitals, and also if you can come, we are establishing a university and a hospital that will help us achieve what is being mentioned. A blend of how you see students to enter medical schools. It is academic when you have 6 points, but you have got another stage. I was discussing with my colleague here. So as you have to do it on the entry to practice. I'm a lawyer. Before you go in court, there is another stage what we call the practical stage. For you to go in court, you have to pass those exams. It takes a year. And at that stage, the lawyers, what they
Young Women's Christian Association, YWCA, in Eastern Province has expressed concern over the high number of defilement cases recorded in 2025. YWCA Regional Coordinator Dorothy Ndlovu revealed that out of 209 reported cases, only 22 were taken to court. Out of these, 11 were withdrawn, 10 resulted in convictions, while one suspect was acquitted. Ms. Ndlovu said the low prosecution rate is alarming as defilement remains one of the most common crimes against children, with many victims failing to obtain justice. She added that frequent case withdrawals weaken child protection efforts and urged parents, guardians, and community leaders to take a firm stand against sexual abuse and support victims throughout the legal process.
Which were brought out for the year 2025, from January to December, we had 209 defilement cases, meaning that Eastern Province were leading in these cases. Now, when you look at the result of it, we had 10 convicted, and then 11 one was acquitted, and then we had 10 convicted and 11 were withdrawn. Now, if we compare those statistics, 10 and then 11 and 1, bringing the total number to 22 and comparing to 209, this is very, very unfair, especially when we look at the survivors of defilement, those who were defiled. We know that these people, when they are defiled, they are traumatized. So we need fast-track, justice.
Chipata City Council has warned that people who dump waste illegally will soon face prosecution. The council says the rising number of illegal dumping sites is threatening public health and the city's cleanliness. Assistant Public Relations Officer Grace Lungu says offenders will be prosecuted under the Solid Waste Regulation and Management Act and the Public Health Act and other environmental laws. She reminded residents that digging refuse pits or dumping rubbish in residential yards is illegal. Ms. Lungu says 5 licensed waste management companies provide collection services and all households and businesses are urged to subscribe. Spot checks by Town Clerk Dulani Piri recently found illegal dumping at Old Bait Stadium, Holy Hill and Mopezeni Park. She warns as failure to subscribe She warns a failure to subscribe to approved services will attract penalties and legal action, urging residents to take responsibility for keeping Chipata clean, safe and healthy.
Chipata City Council has noted with concern the increasing number of illegal dumping sites across the city, which is posing serious public health threats both to human life as well as environment. As a council, we did engage 5 local companies, franchise companies, to manage and collect waste on behalf of the local authority. This was to make sure that collection of waste across the district is done with ease and also effectiveness. And so I've noted that most of these residential areas where there are a lot of illegal dumping sites, most of these people in those areas are not subscribed to any of these franchise companies, and as a result, they've resorted to dumping garbage illegally. And so we wish to sound the warning to those that have continued dumping garbage illegally that the law will catch up with you, because as you may be aware, you're not allowed to dig pits within the residential area. You're also not allowed to burn waste openly. So there is a way that the council as well as franchise companies dispose of this waste in a manner that is not harmful to the public health as well as the environment.
We now take another break. On the other side, join me for sports and international news.
your latest news.
The report was made by Mr. Abu Gujar, a 37-year-old Indian national residing in Olympia.
Top happening stories.
SDG number 6 on water and sanitation.
Community update.
Zambia and the nation at large is still mourning the death of the 60th Republican president.
Business news.
From here, there's going to be a great multiplier effect.
On the sport crossovers of awaiting that the body would come back.
Kodi Mwambelako! And a very good race, and we as a country are very proud of the works that he has done.
Kodi Mwambelako! Get in touch with our news team on the numbers on your screen. Yes, Kodi Mwambelako. We are in your face. We are closer to you. Light TV is a footway away from you. Kodi Mwambelako. Zambia's trusted TV. Admission is now open. Are you looking for a nurturing environment that fosters academic excellence, creativity, and personal growth for your children? Look no further than Christ Life School. Our dedicated team of educators and staff are committed to providing a world-class education that prepares students for success in an ever-changing world. With a focus on holistic development, we offer a range of programs and activities that cater to the unique needs and interests of each student. Why choose Christ Life School? We have experienced and passionate teachers, state-of-the-art facilities and resources, personalized attention and support, opportunities of extracurricular activities and talent development, strong emphasis on values and character development. So there you go. Admission is now open for 2026. Enroll today. Contact +260 976 840 108 or +260 968 594 434 or send an email on christlifeschoolzm@gmail.com. Christ Life School.
The Football Association of Zambia has announced that FAS Technical Director Lyson Zulu has been appointed by FIFA as a Technical Development Scheme High Performance Specialist for Africa. Zulu, who has served as FAS Technical Director since 2019, brings extensive experience in football development and high performance systems. He holds academic qualifications from the United Kingdom and earned the FIFA Technical Leadership Diploma in Zurich in 2024. FAS General Secretary Machacha Shepande congratulated Zulu, calling the appointment a source of pride for Zambia, FAS, and African football. Shepande added that the role highlights Zambia's growing reputation as a contributor to top-level technical expertise on the global game. Zulu's new position places him at the heart of FIFA's efforts to enhance football performance across Africa, marking a milestone for Zambian football on the international stage. Team Zambia has completed the individual singles events at the ITF CAT Southern Africa Junior Championships in Gaborone, Botswana, recording mixed results across the under-14 and under-16 categories. In the under-14 boys singles, Mapalo Mlenga impressed with an 8th place finish out of 33 players, while Christian Mabo placed 19th and Luyando Kalebi 23rd. On the girls division, Yula Ulendo finished 12th and Joyce Naluija 22nd and Yolanda Pantoja 24th out of 29 competitors. In the under-16 boys singles, Elisha Silumbwe came 10th, Jonathan Mavuka 12th, and Nathan Chwala 15th. Among the girls, Mukangwa Siame finished 8th, Janet Mwape 17th, and Kayla Miumo 18th. With the singles competition concluded, Team Zambia now turns its focus to the team events, which officially get underway today, aiming to build on individual performances and strengthen their medal prospects at the championships as the championships continue. In international news, we monitored the BBC.
President Trump says the US will take very strong action against Iran if it goes ahead with threats to execute some demonstrators who've been arrested for taking part in anti-government protests. The family of one man, 26-year-old Efran Soltani, said they've been told he may be executed today. One human rights group estimates that more than 2,000 people have been killed so far during the violent crackdown by Iran's security forces. President Trump has urged Iranians to keep demonstrating. In response, Iran's ambassador to the UN has accused him of inciting violence. President Trump has been speaking to our partners in the US, CBS News, in an exclusive interview. He was asked about his comments on Iran.
If they hang him, you're going to see some things that I don't know what where you come from and what your thought process is, but you'll perhaps be very happy.
What do you mean by that?
We will take very strong action. If they do such a thing, we will take very strong action.
And this strong action you're talking about, what's the end game?
The end game is to win. I like winning.
How do you define that in Iran?
Well, let's define it in Venezuela. Let's define it with al-Baghdadi. He was wiped out. Let's define it with Soleimani. And let's define it in Iran, where he wiped out their Iran nuclear threat in a period of about 15 minutes once the B-2s got there. And that was a complete obliteration, as it turns out, which is what I said initially. Then some questioned it, and they said, Trump was right. So we've been right about everything. We don't want to see what's happening.
As we end the main news, we take a look at the stories that made headlines. Government releases 22.1 billion kwacha to end 2025 budget cycle. Bank of Zambia sets March 31st deadline for exchange of old banknotes. Fatal underground accident claims 2 at Mopani mine. YWCA worried about many defilement cases in Eastern Province. Lyson Zulu appointed a FIFA high performance specialist. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Until we see you next time, happy viewing.
Bantu wakwachirisa mwana akali muono 13 years.
Ona makangopeza chance pokambana naye.
Ninabotita ne kunyumba. From this plastic here. Trial may also stand up. Wakati bose mu class. Boko ndipo tatu. Zanipeleka kuti. Amwena mavadi na. Zanipeleka.
Atushio bako na mwana.
Ndawa neo pano pang'anda nisuke mbale nitape manzi natiyenge mwana omulye tushoni lero
Mpaka chewa ndio brain ni hapa mnika
wewe ukufa mwafera wewe ndema tu ufwele wewe wa mwana wewe